Now, happy to have Marshall Faulk join us here on CBS Sports HQ. Marshall, welcome.
How's it going?
It's going good. Let's talk about 1999 when you were traded to the Rams. Was the biggest move of that offseason. 2 decades later, we've had an offseason full of blockbuster deals. What do you make of what we've seen this offseason?
It's just intriguing to watch teams just make moves. And I think what happens is if you just saw what the Rams did last year, acquiring the Matthew Stafford, then going out and getting a Von Miller. Usually teams look at the draft and they say, I want to build in the draft. But a lot of teams are saying, okay, you know what, maybe this free agency thing might be for us, or making some trades might be for us. So it's always a fad, as you know, in sports. You see a team do something, they have success with it, and then other teams, they start to kind of follow along.
Yeah, and as you said, the Rams have taken that approach to kind of build through free agency and trades. And, I mean, can't complain. Won them a Super Bowl this past season. They've upgraded this offseason at wide receiver. They extended the quarterback, Matthew Stafford. What are your thoughts on these offseason moves by the Rams?
You know, I like them. I like what they did. You're strong down the middle now. When you look at this defense and you think about, hold on, wait, could this defense get better? You had a Bobby Wagner. And then on the back end, what they're able to do with Jalen Ramsey in the secondary, it's just I didn't think that they could get better, but they got better on defense. And we keep hearing the Tyrann Mathieu thing. I don't know if that's what's going to happen there, or if that's even going to happen. But they continue to find ways to bring guys in to help the team. I'll tell you this, though. My question is, Robert Woods was the guy that was liked in the locker room. I like how Les Snead handled it. Hey, Robert, where do you want to go? We're going to put you with the playoff caliber team. We're not just sending you anywhere. And I think that was huge in the acquisition of Allen Robinson. I think that's going to be a huge for Matthew Stafford, having a big target.
Yeah, and you can't underrate a glue guy like Robert Woods, but bringing in Robinson certainly going to help things. Speaking of that offense, let's talk about Cam Akers. He struggled with injury since making the jump to the pros. How big would it be for the Rams to get a full, healthy season out of Akers?
You know, we saw a dose in his rookie season, and then obviously he got hurt in the offseason last year. But just watching him come back, watching him down the stretch, other than the fumbling of the football, and listen, that's a big deal. And he proved going down the stretch that he could take care of the football. The kid was just awesome. I love what he brings to the table. You can see the difference between him and the other backs that they have, because that's second level and third level threat. It's just it's something that it scares teams. It brings the defense up, and it allows you to go over the top.
Marshall, back in your day, I mean, you were a workhouse back for the Rams. So, I mean, if you could talk to Akers, what advice would you give him to stay healthy?
Man, take care of your body. You know, it's all off season. It's off season. It's diet. It's doing the right things and making sure that your body is pliable enough. Now, the things that happened to him, the Achilles was actually a non-contact incident, but things happen like that, and you want to make sure that you're in the best possible shape. And they always say, because I used to love Kobe, it was like some guys come in to get ready and some guys come in ready. Just come in ready.
When you were drafted second overall in 1994, I mean, there was no doubt that you were the top running back in that class. Going into this draft in 2 weeks' time, I mean, there isn't really a true consensus in terms of a top ball carrier. When you look at this running back class, is there a player who stands out for you above the rest?
I don't think there is a guy that's just like blazing, glaringly off the charts. And here's what it is. If you watch what colleges are doing in today's game, what they do now is they make sure that they play multiple backs. So you don't have a bell cow coming in. But when I think about a guy and how he plays the game, and the fact that you got to be able to do it in the running game and the passing game, not just catching the ball, but also pass protecting. I look at Isaiah Spiller and what he brings to the table. I think on the right team, Isaiah Spiller and Kyren Williams, those two guys could really be a great addition to a team who just need that piece.
We've talked about the Rams, in fact, that they don't have much early round draft capital, choosing obviously that different approach, don't have a first round pick for the next 2 drafts. How much added pressure does that put on the scouting staff? I mean, they still have picks in the coming drafts, but of course they're later round picks. So how much added pressure does that put on your scouting staff to find those diamonds in the rough?
I think it's tough to grow a team young, but I believe what they're doing is they've decided we are going to add some veterans get some later round young players and build that way. And here's what I'm gonna say. Everybody was questioning Les Snead. No more questions. He did what he needed to do, which is win a Super Bowl. Now the question is, can you continue to win with that formula? And we're going to find out. We're all in the wait and see. I know I am.
Your alma mater, San Diego State, celebrating 100 years of Aztecs football, getting set to open Snapdragon Stadium this year. What does being a part of that Aztecs football history mean to you?
It's awesome, man. It's awesome being a part of the history here with all the guys. There's a huge lineage of not just players but coaches who coached here. When you start to look at the list, it's just unbelievable. And most important, we always share the stadium with the Chargers, but now having what you can really call true home field advantage, a place that we can call our own, that we are going to get and come and show the camaraderie and the spirit behind Aztec football and the legacies that have been left by a lot of great players, a lot of people who have put a lot into this program. We're looking forward to September opening Snapdragon Stadium and celebrating it with our alumni and with our fans here in San Diego.
And Virginia Tech transfer Braxton Burmeister appears to have won that quarterback one spot for the team out of that spring game. I mean, as you look ahead to this coming season, they're in the top 25. How do you feel about them going into 2022?
Brady Hoke has done a great job, very consistent. The team has, we're always competing. We're in bowl games, winning bowl games. Having the addition of Burmeister, I think it's going to add the next level because I feel like we've been missing that elite passer, and he brings that element of being able to not just be a part of the team, but elevate and carry the team.
Aztecs have double-digit wins in 5 of their last 7 seasons, 12-2 in 2021, and of course won the Frisco Bowl. NFL Hall of Famer and broadcaster Marshall Faulk joining us here on CBS Sports HQ. Marshall, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.